Wow, everybody, Thor's costume just drops on Empires and Puzzles, and not only does it look really cool, he has a really cool special. So, of course, I'm going to break him down and give him a grade. But first, download Gemstone Legends, a mobile RPG puzzle match game. Use the link in the description to start with free stuff, including a bonus hero. Alright, so the Thor costume, of course, is a 5-star, holy, legendary hero, just like on the non-costumed side of it. But this time, the costume side is of the Paladin class. Now, the regular side was fighter class, and so these are both really good classes. I like this because this means you're going to have choices for which effect you want to use on the regular side or on the costume side and still get a really good class out of it. Now, I do like the fighter class a little bit better than I like Paladin, but Paladin's very, very good because it's so hard then to kill a hero who's part of that class. There is the Midgard Realm bonus here, which is an increase of 5, 10, or 15% attack for as long as a Midgard ally has low health. The effect cannot be dispelled. Now, I really have enjoyed the passive abilities that have been coming out on a lot of the heroes lately, but I don't really like this one all that much, just because it's depending on your heroes having low health, and you're not trying to give your heroes low health, so you'd prefer to keep your team healthy. So depending on your team dying or being low in health, not great, but it's fine. It's there. It'll kick in when you need it the most. 731 attack is the base attack, 739 defense, and 1431 HP. These are all okay. I mean, a lot of the heroes that they're coming out with lately are just so much higher than that. It just goes to show in the short time since these Valhalla heroes came out that they're like already getting passed by. And the costume doesn't really make up for it as far as base stats go. Now, I do like the special. So Energy of Mjolnir is the special at very fast speed. The regular side was very fast speed as well. And when I originally reviewed the regular side of Thor, who looks like he has a similar special, I actually overestimated it. I thought Thor was going to be better than he turned out to be. I kind of think Empires and Puzzles thought the same thing too. I think that they thought at very fast speed this effect was going to be very good, where basically he's hitting an opponent and then they get negative 40% accuracy, and then the second time he hits, which should happen pretty quickly because it's very fast speed, now the target nearby enemies are taking the damage and get the negative accuracy, and then eventually everybody. So I think they changed things up on the special to what they would have done originally if they realized that effect was going to be weak. It looks like it should be strong. I thought it was going to be strong, but it's not, because, you know, what it turned out to be is basically just Thor being slow. So let's look at the costume. First time you set Thor off, he deals 185% damage to all enemies. There we go. That's the big change. All enemies get negative 25% accuracy for 3 turns. So they did decrease the damage a little bit, and they did decrease the accuracy, but now you're hitting everybody at very fast speed. That, I think, is going to make up for the deficiency of the old Thor. The second time he deals damage, he's actually increasing the damage dealt and the accuracy decrease. So deals 260% damage to all enemies. All enemies get negative 35% accuracy for 3 turns. And then finally, on the third time, deals 290% damage to all enemies. All enemies get negative 54% accuracy for 3 turns. I think if Empires and Puzzles could go backwards and remake this hero, this is probably what they would have done in the first place. This actually looks pretty good to me. Now, I did overestimate Thor the first time, but I think, you know, only hitting 1 hero at very fast speed and then hitting 3 heroes at very fast speed, typically the match is going to be over at that point. You only usually get to use a hero like twice, maybe 3 times, but usually the match is decided by then anyways. So it just ended up being the Thor typically only hit like 1 or maybe 4 if you got really lucky heroes previously. But now, if you set Thor off twice, he's going to hit potentially 10 heroes. Somewhere between 8 and 10 would be pretty normal, I think, for this. That's like doubling the amount of heroes that are getting hit from the prior non-costume version. Of course, the damage is down a little bit, and the accuracy also not as strong. but I think it's strong enough. So I think that Thor could actually probably be pretty versatile, especially because of the speed. To be used on defense, to be used on offense primarily. I think he's more of an offensive hero than a defensive hero, but I think he can be used in both. He's going to be really good in events where you want to blind everybody so that they're not hitting you. Clearly blinding everybody is going to be really good. Like whenever you go into raid matches and wars, and honestly, it doesn't even matter if you're in like a regular speed war or tournament or a very fast one. He's already very fast, so he doesn't get the benefit of that type of war event. But I don't think it matters because you're still blinding everybody at very fast speed, and that's incredible. And especially if he goes off multiple times, like he should, you're just going to keep the opponent blinded like the whole time. That's actually pretty awesome. Think of the area of effect heroes in this game right now, like not just with damage dealing, but you know, everything from you know, putting status ailments on heroes to dealing direct damage to putting fiends on, all kinds of things. And so this is going to help to prevent that to some extent, and I like it. He gets underneath it very fast. He gets underneath that effect. Now, the blind at 25% means that, you know, 3/4 of the time, the effect's still going to hit, at least the first time around, until you can get that negative 35% accuracy the second time around. I wouldn't even necessarily consider the third, because if you're setting them off the third time, you should probably win. But I think, unlike the old Thor, this one's going to kind of help with that. I see him being used everywhere, except for maybe the Titan. He's not great on the Titan, but if you're like a mid-tier player or kind of like a new player and you do get him, you could take him along to blind the Titan. And just for this like attack stat here, just, you know, go sword path whenever you start putting emblems on Thor. And you can take him against the Titan. I think that would be fine. He's not going to be most people's first choice. But as like maybe a fourth hero or so, a fourth or fifth hero, sure, yeah, you can blind the Titan. Then it's not hitting your heroes and killing them, and keeping your heroes alive is like the name of the game when hitting the Titan, right? Because the more your heroes alive, the more you can stack abilities that are going to deal damage and things like that. So I like Thor a lot. I'm going to try not to overestimate him this time. I'm going to give Thor an A-. I don't think the ability is up there with the overpowered heroes that they've been releasing. I kind of even mentioned that with the stats. But I do think it's a good one. And I think that Thor can play a part in a lot of different ways, which is why I'm grading him relatively highly at A-. Just because you get choices. And I think that when you have a hero where you get to choose how and when you use him, and it can be good in a number of circumstances, that's what makes the game most fun. But this is just speculation, of course, so I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comments, especially if you get Thor costume and start using him. See, a lot better than the prior version. If you get the Thor costume and you didn't have the prior version, you know you get the regular version too. I would love to hear from anybody who's able to test out both sides and kind of see what you think about that. So again, let me know in the comments. If you haven't already, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you know when I drop new videos or go live, and I will catch you in the next one.